Does that make sense? Oh my god, I'm confused. Hello everyone, welcome back to INDEMYS student channel. What a beautiful day here in Stuttgart, Germany. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing fine and healthy. In this video, I'm going to talk about Visual Basic Editor in Excel, especially including definition, code modules, procedures, the project explorer, the project properties, window, and yeah, I think that's it. Without further ado, let's jump in the video. As we move through the course, it is now time to see what has been going on behind the scenes. If you want to understand macros, be able to modify your macros and tap into the full power of VBA, you need to know how to use Visual Basic Editor. The VBA runs on in its own window, separate from the Excel window. You can activate it in many ways actually. Okay, you can activate it by clicking the Visual Basic icon here on the developer tab of the ribbon here. If you haven't activated the developer tab on the file tab, then go to option and then go to customize the ribbon, and then under the main tabs tick the developer tab here, checkbox. Okay, you can also activate it by holding down the Alt key and pressing F11. Alt plus F11 acts as a toggle that taking you between the Excel window and the VBA window. And then all the macros reside in the code modules like the one on the right. Here, if you click Visual Basic, here on the right, it was the all macros reside in the code modules like the one on the right. So, okay, all right. There are two types of code modules, standard modules and class modules. The one you see on the right is a standard module here. You won't need to know much about class module until you are working at a very advanced level. You can add as many modules to your workbook as you like. The macro recorder has inserted the one named module 1, like it was our previous example. If you haven't seen the video, I will put the link on the description. All right, coming up. All right, each module can contain many macros actually. For a small application, you would probably keep all your macros in one module. But for larger projects, you can organize your code better by filling unrelated macros in separate modules. So now we talk about procedures. So in VBA, macros are referred as a procedures. There are two types of procedures, sub-procedures and functional procedures. The macro recorder can only produce sub-procedures, and as you can see here on the screen, the month names one here, sub-procedure set up by the recorder, and sub-procedures start with the keyword sub here and followed by name of the procedures, and then open and close brackets, parentheses, so to say. The end of sub procedure is marked by the end of sub here. Good. Okay. Although it's not mandatory, the code within the sub procedure is normally indented to make it stand out from the start and end of the procedures, so that the whole procedure is easier to read. Further indentation is normally used to distinguish the section of code such as if test and looping structure. Here, let me give you an example, right? All right, cool. So I will create another sub modules. Let's say sub month names 2, open bracket, close bracket, and then unsub. All right, cool. And then I will type if active cell dot value is equal to, let's say, January means, then active cell dot font dot bold equal to true. So what it means is, like, if the active cells is equal to January, then the value of the cell will will be bold, so to say. And then don't forget to say and if. Okay. Any lines starting with a single quote are common lines, which are ignored by VBA. They are added to provide documentation, which is a very important component of good programming practice. You can also add comment the right of the lines of the code. For example, I will create another line here. Let's say range B1. You can also put B1, and then dot select. And then I will add a new comment, say that select B1. All right, cool. Okay, all right. Okay, at this stage, the code may not make perfect sense, but you should be able to make out roughly what is going on. If you look at the code here, I will just cut this one to make it easier. Here. So if you look at the code in month names once, you will see that let's say cells are being selected, and then the month names are assigned to the active cells formula. You can edit some part of the code. So if you had spelled month name incorrectly, for example, you could fix it, or you could identify and remove the line that sets the font to bold, or you can select and delete the entire macros. And then now we talk about the Project Explorer, right? The Project Explorer here is an essential navigation tool in VBA. Each workbook contains a project. In VBA, each workbook contains a project. Does that make sense? Oh my god, I'm confused. All right, stay with me, okay? Again, in VBA, each workbook contains a project. The Project Explorer displays all the open projects and the component parts of those projects, as you can see on the screen. I will show the Project Explorer tab. You can use the Project Explorer to locate and activate the code modules in your project. You can double click on the module to open and activate module here. Here, let's say. All right, I will create animation in the screen. Say double click. Okay, it will be in the screen. You can also insert and remove code modules in the Project Explorer. Okay, we can right click anywhere in the Project Explorer, and from the context menu, select insert to add a new standard modules, class module or user form, like this, for example. Insert and then user form, module or class modules here. All right, another thing that needs to keep in mind is to remove module 1. Right click it and choose remove module 1, for example here. Yeah, note that you cannot do this with the modules associated with the workbook or worksheets object. You can also export the code in a module to separate text file or import code from a text file. Now let's talk about the property windows. So if we click here, for example, sheet 1, the properties window shows you the properties that can be changed at the design time for active project in active object in the Project Explorer window. For example, you can click sheets 1 and then properties are displayed in the properties windows as shown in the screen here. This one here. So let me enlarge this one for a second. Okay, so I will click sheets 1 and then project explorer here. So if we look at the scroll area property, that has been set at 0, but I can add it to, let's say, A1 to D10, for example, here. So what it means what it means is like it restricts the user to that area of the worksheets. So if we go back to let's say the book 1 here, I cannot click the other way. Trust me, I'm clicking it, but it doesn't active because we restrict that area. So that's why we only can select A1 until D10. All right, yay! So that is for today's video. We will be learning more about VBA in Excel as we move through the course. Thank you for watching this video. And again, since it's quite hard for me to create this video, show me some support by pressing the like button and fill in the comment box if you have any question regarding VBA. Don't forget to subscribe because there will be more videos are coming. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.